It's the weekend and we are back with Companynama, where we give you the corporate and startup highlights of this week. I am Ajay. Over to the corporate world first. With a 5,000 crore rupee investment, Aditya Birla Group is set to enter India's branded jewellery retail business. The venture, namely Novel Jewels, aims for a pan-India presence, offering exclusive in-house designs that combine regional richness and aspiration. The stores will be large format, catering to all jewellery needs under one roof, while it will face competition from established players like Joy Alucas, Tanishq, Kalyan Jewellers and more. The playfield is now wide open. Gems and jewellery contribute 7% to India's GDP. Estimates suggest that the market will grow at a 8.34% CAGR and touch the $90 billion mark by 2025. Up next, Titan's plan to buy out jewellery retailer CaratLane has hit a hurdle. While Titan already owns 72.3% in the firm, issues have cropped up over the buyout value of the remaining 27.8% stake, which is held by 3 founders and other employees. According to ET, their 2021 agreement allowed Titan to purchase 28% stake per a pre-agreed formula. In March 2023, Bank of America valued CaratLane at around 7,000 crore rupees. This left the founder's stake at about 1,600 to 1,900 crore rupees, which they termed low. However, the final decision will be made subject to both parties agreeing on the average of their individual valuation exercise. Growing at a CAGR of 55%, the firm is valued at 23,066 crore rupees as per market estimates. ET reports that Titan may make another offer at 15,000 crore rupee valuation. CaratLane recorded 2,300 crore rupees worth of sales in 2023. Up next, the government may shut Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited and shift its staff and operations to the BSNL. The government had earlier planned to merge the two companies. MTNL runs cellular and landline telephone services in Delhi and Mumbai. According to Mint newspaper, the company is almost 40,000 crore rupees in debt. Shutting MTNL will also entail delisting the company from stock exchanges, but it is not sure whether BSNL will be listed. And on Wednesday, the government also made a last-ditch effort to keep BSNL afloat. It gave an 89,000 crore rupee package to BSNL to start 4G and 5G services. The government hopes BSNL will become net debt-free company in 3 years. BSNL will begin offering 4G services by the end of the year. In FY23, BSNL revenue rose to 20,700 crore rupees with 8,161 crore rupee losses. On the other hand, MTNL posted a revenue of 861 crore rupees, down from 1,069 crore rupees in FY22, and reported a loss of 2,910 crore rupees. BSNL and MTNL have been receiving relief packages from the government. They received 69,000 crore rupees in 2019 and BSNL received 1.64 lakh crore rupees in 2022. Moving on, the Tata Group has retained its title of India's most valuable brand at $26.4 billion in 2023, growing at 10.3% over the last year, according to brand valuation firm Brand Finance. This is the first time that an Indian brand has breached the brand value mark of $25 billion to feature in the top 100 list, the UK-based brand valuation firm had said. India's top 100 most valuable brands collectively exhibited growth, with their total value approaching $2 trillion since the last valuation on January 1, 2022. Infosys and LIC also retained their positions as the second and the third most valuable brands at $13 billion and $9.8 billion each. While Infosys' brand value grew 2% versus over year, LIC's brand value declined 12% in comparison to last year. Airtel swapped positions with Reliance Industries to emerge as the fourth most valuable brand at $7.5 billion in 2023. RIL was valued at $7.4 billion in 2023, down 14% versus last year. And now, GoFirst and Adani, the two big names that continue to remain in headlines this week. While we talk about them, there were many others too that were on the radar this week. Let's find out. First, GoFirst voluntary insolvency plea seems to be heading for more trouble. The logistics company Delivery on Thursday approached NCLT saying the plea by the airline is fraudulent and malicious. Delivery said the airline accepted a payment of 57 lakh rupees on May 2 for future services, knowing fully well that it is going to file for insolvency. The NCLT has given the resolution provider 2 weeks to file the reply. On the other hand, DGCA has asked the airline to get the plan approved by creditors first. It said the plan will be studied only after the approval of creditors. After suspending all operations on 3rd May, GoFirst approached DGCA to seek takeoff approval with 22 flights for next 5 months. It noted access to 400 crore rupees of funds under government's emergency credit line guarantee scheme and other unutilized credit, while it needs 200 crore rupees to start flying again. However, the airline reported having 340 pilots, 530 engineers and 680 cabin crew members. But its ticketing agents are planning to boycott the airline if GoFirst begins flying without any clarity on refunds and credit cancelled flights. And moving on, the Adani groups remain in news. The group, in its presentation to the Reserve Bank of India, said it raised about 19,235 crore rupees after the Hindenburg report was released in January. After this, the total debt of the group is estimated at 2.27 lakh crore rupees. The group has 40,000 crore rupees in hand. In another news, the group plans to hit the global bond market by September this year to raise up to $2 billion through sustainability-linked and green bonds. The companies that may issue these bonds are Adani Transmission, Adani Ports and Adani Green. On Monday, the group said it has repaid loans totaling $2.65 billion to complete a prepayment program to cut overall leverage in a bid to win back investor trust. The promoters also completed the sale of shares in 4 listed group entities to GQG Partners for $1.87 billion. The group said that the net debt to EBITDA ratio has decreased from 3.81 in FY22 to 3.27 in FY23, while EBITDA surged from 50,706 crore rupees in FY22 to 66,566 crore rupees in FY23. Rating agencies, both domestic and international, have reaffirmed their ratings in all the group companies. And now, Byjus has skipped payments on a $1.2 billion loan and has disqualified the US lender for predatory tactics. Byjus did not pay $40 million in interest due Monday on the $1.2 billion loan. Byjus filed a suit against investment management firm Redwood, saying that the US entity purchased a significant portion of the loan while trading in distressed debt, which was contrary to the conditions of the term loan facility. Byju said it will not make any further payment till the matter is decided in court. It said the lenders had unlawfully accelerated the loan in March due to alleged non-monetary and technical defaults. Earlier, the company said it will list its subsidiary Akash in 2024. This move is seen as raising funds for Byjus to meet its debt obligation. But the default may hamper its efforts to raise money through Akash. And by the weekend, more news flowed in from the EdTech saying it would cut about 1,000 more contractual jobs. And now, after Byjus, Jaiprakash Associates, JP Group's largest entity, has defaulted on loan repayments worth 3,961 crore rupees, which were due on May 31st. This consisted of 1,600 crore rupees of principal and interest amount worth 2,361 crore rupees. Jaiprakash Associates, which is in the process of restructuring its loans, has to pay back a total of 29,429 crore rupees, including principal and interest, by 2037. It further noted in its filings a reduction of another 18,231 crore rupees worth of loans, since they will be transferred to a special purpose vehicle SPV, which is pending NCLT sanction. The company is already contesting insolvency petitions filed by ICICI in 2018 and SBI in 2022 in the NCLT. Moving on, Future Retail, which is undergoing insolvency proceedings, has received claims totaling 21,555 crore rupees from 35 creditors. and of the total, about 19,404 crore rupees has been admitted, while claims worth 2,151 crore rupees have been rejected. The creditors who have raised claims include Bank of Baroda, Bank of New York Mellon, Union Bank of India, Central Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, Indian Bank, State Bank of India, Cent Bank Financial Services and Axis Trustee Services, among others. Bank of New York Mellon has the highest voting share of 21.18% in FRL's Committee of Creditors (COC), followed by Union Bank of India at 9.17% and Bank of Baroda at 8.95%, according to a regulatory update by its resolution professional. The claims were as of October 18, 2022 and verified as on May 12, 2023. It is subject to further verification and updation by the resolution professional. Bank of New York Mellon had claimed a total of 4,670 crore rupees, of which 4,109 crore rupees was verified. Similarly, Union Bank of India had claimed a total of 2,002 crore rupees, of which 1,779 crore rupees was verified. Up next, Reliance Retail and 6 others have submitted expressions of interest for Future Supply Chain Solutions, a Future Group firm that is under insolvency proceedings. One City Infrastructure, Globe Ecologistics, Shanti GD Ispat and Power, Camiens Logistics Solutions, Tatkal Loan India and Sugna Metals are the other firms in the fray. The resolution professional is verifying the EOIs, FSCS said in a stock exchange update. The resolution professional will submit the final list of the prospective resolution applicants on June 14, it added. The company was admitted to bankruptcy on a petition filed by DHL E-Commerce India alleging default in payments. 2 other operational creditors, Best Roadways and Leap India, had also moved the National Company Law Tribunal. And lenders to Reliance Capital have begun voting on the resolution plan provided by a Hinduja Group entity, IndusInd International Holdings, which has offered just a tad over 10,000 crore rupees. The other interested parties, Torrent Investments, Piramal Capital and Oaktree, did not submit their proposals. The voting will begin from June 9. If over 66% vote in favor of the plan, then the RP will approach NCLT to approve the proposal. In case of approval, Hindujas will also have to seek RBI permission for being fit and proper for the acquisition. And that was all about the corporate world. Now we move on to this week's big updates from the startup world. First, as per media reports, the Madras High Court has barred Google from delisting apps of firms which had moved the court against the Google Play billing system. Petitioners, however, have been asked to submit a report to Google on the number of downloads for the month of June. Earlier this week, Indian startups Truly Madly, Cuckoo FM, An Academy and Quack Quack had moved the High Court challenging Google's billing policies. These startups were joined by 3 more firms, Kutumb, Stage and Aha. The pushback from the Indian firms follows the Madras High Court's interim injunction against Google over a plea filed by Matrimony.com, an online matchmaking platform. The injunction issued on April 25 barred Google from delisting Matrimony.com apps from the Google Play Store. Matrimony.com claimed that Google had tried to make Google Play billing system mandatory, gave the sole option for payments and imposed a fee of 15% to 30% depending upon the annual revenue, something which was squashed by the Indian competition watchdog. Google later launched an alternative billing system but with a service fee framework which includes 15% for the first $1 million revenue earned by the developer each year and 15% for automatically renewing subscription products purchased by subscribers regardless of revenue earned by the developer each year, among others. For India, however, Google had reduced the Google Play service fee by 4% for those choosing to pay through the alternative billing payment. And after receiving the NBFC AA license from RBI, PhonePe Group has announced the launch of its account aggregator AA services through its owned subsidiary PhonePe Technology Services. Through this service, the users will be able to share their financial data including bank settlement statements, insurance policies, etc. for several purposes such as application for loans, purchases of new insurance, etc. For the same, users will be able to request, pause or revoke any ongoing data consent directly from the PhonePe app itself. As a part of the launch, the fintech player has already tied up with a number of financial institutions including Yes Bank, Federal Bank, AU Small Finance Bank, etc. Per PhonePe, other big financial institutions are also going to get integrated by the end of June. To help customers understand and provide them a quick introduction of the new product, an AA micro app within the PhonePe consumer app has been developed. This will enable PhonePe users to register and create a new interoperable AA handle. They will also be able to access their bank statements instantly on the check balance option on the PhonePe app's homepage. An e-pharmacy major, PharmEasy, has appointed investment bank Avendus Capital to tap external capital even as its existing investors are planning a fund infusion to bolster the company's equity. Existing investors, largely led by Naspers, Temasek, CDPQ and TPG, are finalizing plans to put in around 250 crore rupees into PharmEasy. PharmEasy is looking to raise up to $100 million, which is approximately 824.64 crore rupees in the current round, having raised 550 crore rupees through a rights issue in 2022. The development comes when PharmEasy needs to raise funding to meet a key covenant in the loan extended to it by Goldman Sachs. And with that, it's a wrap on Companynama this week. We'll be back next Saturday, but to get daily corporate updates, watch Corporate Central, Money9's daily dose on corporates and markets. So, have a safe weekend and don't forget to tune into Money9 for all the weekend shows.